welcome to week 11. So this week we are actually going to focus on integration testing. So what exactly is integration testing? So as it says here, integration testing is the process of verifying that the previous tested subcomponents will integrate or incorporate the way they are designed. In other words, integration testing can also be defined as testing where software modulars are integrated locally and tested as a group. So a typical software project consists of multiple software modulars or groups that are coded together, programmed together. The purpose of this level of testing is to expose defects of the interactions between the different software modulars when they are integrated together. So let me show you this real quick. So as you can see here, integration testing is the second step here. So we have unit testing, which we can assume at this point has already been done with most of our units, most of our functions. So we already did individual unit testing. So the next step is to combine all those things together and do integration testing. So although each software modular is unit tested, defects still exist for various reasons. For an example, let's say Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno.
Okay, let's say John designed a modular. John's understanding and programming logic may be different from other programmers. So integration testing becomes necessary to verify that software modulars work in Unity. Another reason for integration testing is at the time of modular development, there are wide chances of change in requirements by the clients. These new requirements may not be unit tested, and hence system integration testing becomes necessary. The reason for unit testing is there could be errors between the interfaces of the software modulars with the database. There could also be errors between external hardware interfaces, if there are any, and there could also be inadequate exception handling that could cause issues as well. So let's look at some examples of integration testing. Integration test cases differ from other test cases in the sense it focuses mainly on the interface and how flow of data/information between the modulars are. So priority is to be given for the integration links rather than the individual units which are already tested. So let's look at an example of integration test cases for the following scenario. Assume that we have an application that has three modulars, let's say the login page, the mailbox page, and the delete emails, and each of them is integrated logically together. At this point, do not concentrate much on the login page testing as it's already been done in unit testing. But we would check how it links to the mailbox page. Similarly, for the mailbox, we would check the integration to the delete emails modular. So as you can see here from the test cases, we're going to check that the interface link between the login and the mailbox. So our simple test description is enter login credentials and check on the login button. And then our expected results would be to be directed to the mailbox. Like it's already been mentioned, we also have to check the interface between the mailbox and the delete mails modular. The test case description for this is from mailbox, select an email and then click on the delete button. And the expected results then would be the selected email should appear in the delete trash folder. So as you can see, I hope this kind of paints a clear picture on what we're actually testing for. So each of these individual units by themselves can be tested individually, but when you tie them together, they should still behave as what we would expect. And this is integration testing. We're connecting everything together and making sure it works as expected. So with that being said, there's many different strategies to execute integration testing, and I just encourage you to learn some on your own time. So moving on to the assignments. So this week, you're going to be doing one reading. It's in software testing, and we are going to be reading chapter 13 about integration testing. So what I gave you was a pretty good overview of the basics of integration testing, and this will just expand upon your knowledge there. All right. So the second part of this week will be you and your partners having the opportunity to redo any of the previous 10 labs. So you'll select a lab and notify me what lab you will be redoing. And with that being said, that is essentially it for this week. So just let me know what lab you're doing, do the lab, and then you just submit it through iLearn like previously, and I'll get notifications as well about those. But please also send me a quick message or a quick email or something letting me know that it's been submitted.
Hasta luego, amigos.